Alright, so let's start off with nickel, no? Now, itong nickel, medyo malaki na yung binaksak niya. From, diba, dito, trinay niyang lumaban, umangat tayo ulit, bumalik tayo dito sa 7.4, 7.5 na area. Then we push lower, we gap down, we never filled this gap. And then from there, we broke beneath this level of support, which acted as resistance on the way back, nauntog, broke beneath this level of support, tas from there, medyo dumire-diretso na tayo. We broke beneath this level of support as well, and ngayon napataas tayo, syempre, dyan din tayo nauntog. Again, minsan very paint by numbers, no? But, kung kunwari, you were intending to buy on support dito at 4.88, unfortunately, medyo kinapos tayo ng konti. Had you tried to buy naman on a gap fill dito, odds are na hit yung stop mo if you put it beneath this low here at 5.05, no? Medyo tricky kasi talaga siya eh. Mga ganitong type of trades, yes, you could try and play for the bounce, but it's very hard kasi kahit from a capitulation standpoint, medyo, kumbaga, hindi ganon kalinis. Okay, merong mga charts na mas malinis yung capitulation. This isn't one of them. So from here, ano yung mga scenarios na pwede natin i-paint? Siyempre, number one, kung mag-hold nga as resistance tong 5.4 more or less, okay, siyempre pwede lumagpas ng konti yan, no? Hindi pwede laging sakto. Hindi natin pwedeng ipilit sa market yung gusto natin. Kung mag-hold tong area na to, tapos we roll over, then the expectation is either balikan natin tong support to see kung mag-hold ba yung support na yan. And if it does, maybe we trade within this range between 4.88 to 5.4. But if it doesn't, then baka tumuloy na tayo. Either balikan natin tong napakalapit lang na lows dito or itong low na nag-form before noong February 2021. Okay? Anything beyond that, let's not jump the boat muna. Huwag natin sobrang pangunahan. Let's wait and see what happens and then we'll talk about it some more kapag may nangyari na nakaragdagan na events, no, na stuff. Now, kung kunwari naman, let's say we were able to break above 5.4, then we might start trading within this range once more. But just be aware na may potential untog tayo dito at around 5.73. Kasi kung titignan natin to the left, yan din yung nag-act as support before, resistance before. Okay? Ayaw ko lang lagyan ng level sa chart ko kasi magmumukhang notebook masyado, no? But if you wanted to trade that range, you can, syempre at your own risk. But be aware na may level din dyan na pwedeng paguntugan ng price. And if so, is it really worth it to take that trade pa just to squeeze a couple of percentages out of the market? Alright? So, kailangan nyo i-consider kung maganda ba yung risk-reward if that's the type of trade that you want to take, no? Kung kunwari naman, let's say na tumaas nga siya, mabasag din niya to, then the next level of resistance is at 6.02. Lagay na lang natin at 6 pesos para malinis. And if we can break above this, then we might trade within this area here between 6 pesos to 6.48. Next, tignan naman natin yung GTCAP, no? Now, I'm gonna start zoomed out para lang pakita sa inyo yung larger view, no? Bumalik tayo kung saan tayo nag-bounce dito sa level of demand na to. Now, I'll be very honest. I marked it out now kasi nakita ko na pwede naman talaga siyang balikan. But personally, I wasn't waiting for price there. I wanted a deeper go. Gusto ko sana dito sa lower portion na to. Okay? Ngayon na bumaba na yung price dito at nag-bounce tayo, kung magpatuloy man tong bumaba, pwede pa rin. Aabangan ko pa rin siya dito sa lower levels, waiting to see kung magkiprint ba tayo ng bullish structure moving forward para matrade ko siya. Okay? For now, it's a bit too early to tell kung mabubuo ba yung tamang type of structure na hinahanap ko para matrade ko tong GTCAP. But, again, kahit na minarkahan ko, I just always want to be honest, transparent lang, diba? Na hindi ko siya sinalo dito. Okay, so nagkaroon tayo ng bounce. We broke back above itong level na to. At nauntog tayo dito sa previous level of support, now turned resistance, around 470 pesos. Okay? Now, kung kunwari, from here, let's say na we can continue to hold firm about 470, then we might start trading within this range ulit between 470 to 495. And kung mabasag natin tong 495 to 505 more or less na area, then that opens up this wider range above. Pero as always, paalala, if you want to range trade this, odds are it's not gonna be an easy trade simply because ang dami ng chop na nangyari along the way. Okay, so konting ingat lang, be aware of it. I am not saying it's not tradable, I am just saying na kung ita-trade man natin, kailangan aware tayo sa mga potential scenarios na mangyayari, di ba? Now, kung kunwari from here mauntog, hindi siya makapag-hold firmly about nitong 470 plus na area, then the expectation is baka lumubog siya ulit dito sa 450. Then let's see, magko-form ba tayo ng inverse head and shoulders pattern dito? If so, then baka hindi na ako sunduin sa gusto kong area. If not, kunyari mabasag lang to, then I think mangyayari is babalikan natin tong level of demand na to. We'll see if it can hold again. If it doesn't, I wouldn't be surprised kung yung next destination natin will be itong lower area of demand na. Okay, but for now, where it is, parang napakaalanganing pumasok kasi you're essentially buying at resistance, which is rarely ever a good thing, no? So, konting ingat-ingat lang. You might want to exercise some patience before executing any plans you might have dito sa GTCAP. Next tignan natin tong MWC, no? Again, we're gonna start a bit zoomed out para lang mapakita ko yung larger picture. Where price came back to was itong previous area of resistance na to that we broke pero we never revisited. So nung bumalik tayo, nakahanap tayo ng some type of reaction from that level, no? Tapos, nung nagkaroon tayo ng bounce, saan tayo nauntog? Syempre, dito rin. Sa previous level of support, now we expect to turn resistance, and it did. Okay? Now, from here, ano yung mga potential scenarios natin? Unang-una, kung mauntog na talaga tayo dito, or even slightly higher, kahit dito hanggang mga 16.5, and then we roll over and break beneath tong 15.32, either balikan natin at maipit muna tayo within this previous area of consolidation, or baka we might come straight na into this area of support. Based sa galaw niya, sa lakas ng velocity, I would think na baka dumiretso na siya sa support, no? Pero syempre, wala naman pong kasiguraduhan yun. The market will do whatever it does, no? Kung sabihin naman natin, this can break back up, mabasag natin ulit tong 17.5, then we can start looking for potential scenarios where an inverse head and shoulders could form dito sa area na to. Kung mabuo natin, then yes, maybe may legs, baka yun yung maging point of reversal natin to push higher. Again, whether yung pag-push na yon is short-term lang, mid-term, bounce lang, whatever you wanna call it, hindi natin alam. Depende talaga yan. The market will do whatever it does, no? But it's something to watch out for. At the very least, it might allow you to trade this range here between 17.5 hanggang 18.9 or possibly even overshoot hanggang dito mga 19.3 na area, no? Tas kung nabasag pa rin yung mga yan, then we might revisit tong inflection point na to na naiwan around 20 pesos. But for now, medyo nasa alanganin pa yung structure. Siguro konting hintay-hintay pa. Tingnan natin ano yung magde-develop moving forward before we decide whether or not we want to step in. Next, tignan naman natin tong SECB, no? Now, tong SECB, essentially what it has been doing is it has been ranging dito sa area na to. Not really doing much of anything. Diba? Parang nagpipingpong lang siya dyan. Okay? Yes, pwede natin i-adjust yung konti ng levels natin. Perhaps move this here to account for yung range itself. But again, because I'm not a big fan of trading yung mga ganitong type of ranges, hindi ko siya ginawa kasi kumbaga, it's not something that I'm looking forward to trading anyway. So there was no need for me to mark it out. But if you want to trade ranges, then yan yung level, around 92 pesos, no? So, could you trade mga 87 pesos hanggang 92 pesos? Sure. But again, you need to understand na where it is right now, talagang very, very choppy. Baka katayin lang tayo dyan. Usually talaga, nagkakamatayan yung mga traders kapag sa ganitong mga zones eh. Yung very, very choppy yung environment, no? It's not doing itself any favors with all the speculation going around na baka matanggal siya sa index. So, unless magkaroon tayo ng strong fundamental driver to help push this higher, I don't see the situation improving anytime soon, no? Siguro kung kunyari from here, mabasag natin ulit tong 96, that might open up this previous area na medyo mas malawak. I think kapag ganon, this could be more tradable, mas madali yung trade overall. But where it is now, or even if it break above 92, for me, medyo mahirap eh. It's not looking great, no? After all, kung titingnan natin, again, bigger picture, diba? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and so on. And you can keep going pa, diba? Lower high, high, low, lower high, lower, and so on, no? Talagang patuloy lang yung pagbaba. It's really not amusing. So, trying to catch the potential bottom on something na parang yung market mismo hindi naman pa siya desidido kung ano gusto niyang gawin, seems very foolhardy, no? So, konting ingat lang, huwag po nating madaliin. Again, the market still hasn't improved much. So, rather than trying to force a trade here and there, let's just exercise a bit of patience. And then finally, tignan po natin tong Figaro or FCG, no? Now, the market has once again pulled back dito sa 63 na area. Okay? Now, depending on how conservative or aggressive you are with your stops, your stop would likely either be below this level or below 59. Okay? Again, depending kung gaano ka-aggressive or conservative, no? What we don't want to see dito sa FCG is for us to break beneath itong 62, kahit hindi niya basagin yung 59, pero mag-roll tapos mauntog lang dito tapos parang bababa na naman. Medyo nagiging delikado na yung itsura kapag makakita tayo ng ganon. Kasi after all, the expectation is we should be pushing higher from here. We just broke above yung 67, pero nangyari itong sell down today, mas mataas pa yung volume rather than yung volume ng pag-breakout eh. Okay, so we need to be a little careful dito sa FCG kasi syempre ayaw naman natin na tayo yung taya, di ba? So, kung kunwari nakita nga natin na nag-break siya beneath nitong 62, not super panic yet unless again very aggressive ka mag-stop, tas mag-push pataas, mauntog, tas ayaw, parang gugulong na naman. Then you might want to consider revising your plans or at the very least, maybe labas ng konti para kung sakali mang tumuloy, hindi as painful. Tapos kung tumaas naman, kung kunwari hindi siya bumaba, at least may hawak ka pa. Okay, but again, that's a very half-hearted approach. Personally, hindi ko siya ginagawa, but I know of some people who do, who are profitable. So hindi ko sinasabing mali siya. I'm just saying na I don't do it, but it doesn't mean that you can't. Alright? Now, kung kunwari naman, let's say na nag-hold na tong 63 and we start pushing higher and we break back above tong 69, then the expectation is either mabalikan natin tong 74 or kung mabasag yung 74, the next level of resistance will be at 78. Pero kung kunwari nga nabasag tayo, lalo na kung nabasag pa tong 59, then baka bumalik tayo all the way hanggang 55 or even down here sa 52. Na wag naman sana, no? Sayang gumaganda na yung chart eh. So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin, no? I hope nakatulong po to sa inyo kahit konti and may natutunan kayo kahit papano. And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!